Hi, my name is Scott Ligon. I'm the author of Digital Art Revolution, Creating Fine Art with Photoshop, a book about using Photoshop as a means of personal expression. The book contains dozens of examples, full-color images from some of the most successful and innovative digital artists working today. This video is part of a series of video interviews with artists whose work is featured in Digital Art Revolution, Creating Fine Art with Photoshop. Welcome to the revolution. Jackie, do you consider yourself a multimedia artist?
I do prefer to call myself a multimedia artist in that I'm not necessarily interested in combining materials, but I am interested in using a variety of media. For instance, I can create a traditional oil painting or acrylic painting. I create computer-generated art. I can manipulate photographs. I may manipulate my drawings. I can create animations, and I'm interested in video. So I'm interested in a broad range of media, not necessarily for the purpose of combining them, but really for what each one of them can offer and what they can communicate.
Regardless of medium, is there something that all of your work has in common?
All of them are about a personal, private conversation that I have about how we as humans fit into this world, and particularly into society, and probably more importantly how I fit in. So it's about humanity and humanness, basically.
What appeals to you about working with different materials and different mediums in your work?
Oh, I think it's so fascinating to be able to take a new material or combine materials, manipulate it and transform it into something brand new. And oftentimes the results are not what you expected. And it's like creating your own universe, creating your own people and your players and how they interact in your world.
Tell us a little bit about your creative philosophy. What's important to you in your work?
I'm a person that's very, very easily bored, and it's very important to me that I keep myself interested in the work I'm doing and to keep it fresh and stop it from going stale. So I think that's probably one of the reasons why I work across media. And I also work simultaneously on several projects at the same time. So, for instance, I will spend at least one day of the week out figure drawing. I have a series of work I call the Thursday afternoon series that I keep working on. I have another series of digital work, and sometimes I combine that with encaustic or not. And then I have another series called The Rooftops behind me here. That's a combination of different materials, oils, acrylics, encaustic, digital, it's across the board.
How has digital technology affected your work?
I really can't imagine creating artwork without my computer. It's intrinsic to everything I do. I think, but basically all of my work either has its infancy on the computer or has its end result on the computer. It's where I generate ideas. It's my little art world.
What are some ways that Photoshop has been used in your work?
Some of my favourite work has been created from combining photographs and drawings together, or photographing my paintings and combining them as different layers in Photoshop to create a multitude of new images that would be impossible to create by hand. Sometimes I manipulate my photographs so that they're no longer recognisable. They're abstracted so much, and I'll use those to form the basis of paintings in acrylics or oils. It just seems to be a never-ending source of different options you have and different permutations in Photoshop. And, you know, as I say to my friends, once you go into Photoshop, it's very hard to come out.
So Ashes to Ashes is an anti-smoking piece. Can you tell us a little bit about how that project evolved?
The Ashes to Ashes project, or its other name, Semi Your Last Cigarette, is a multimedia project. It comprises 3 parts. A blog where I document the project, talk about my own journey in quitting smoking. I create artwork in it where I symbolise the damage that I've potentially done to myself from over 20 years of addiction to nicotine. And I also solicit others to send me their last cigarette so that I can create a work of art out of it. My goal eventually is to have a wall of maybe over 100 pieces of artwork that are dedicated to people who stop smoking. It'll be a wall of honour to them. So if you know anybody who's about to embark on a smoke-free life, get them to send me their last cigarette to me.
Now, what is it that interests you specifically about using your art as a tool for social change?
I'm positive that I probably would be still smoking today had I not created my Ashes to Ashes project. So if I can extend that to one or two other people and help them and encourage them to stop smoking, I think that's a wonderful thing. Close to 500,000 people in the US die every year from tobacco-related illnesses. So if I can help transform another person's life and make it a better one, that's a privilege.
Are there other ways that you've used digital technology as a way to get people to become aware of your artwork?
Obviously, I'm on Facebook. I've used different forums in order to try and get to solicit last cigarettes from other smokers, and have been quite successful at that. Although I think I'm really only at the tip of the iceberg in terms of what is available out there today. Our reach as artists is completely different than what it was a few years ago, and it's a really interesting, exciting time of where technology is going to take us in the future and how we communicate.
Now, you are from Ireland originally. How did you end up in Washington, D.C.?
My husband's from Guyana in South America. He's of Asian Indian descent, and he's a Hindu. I'm Irish. I'm a Catholic. We're a completely diverse couple. And DC is a wonderful place to live. It's culturally diverse. It has so much to offer, and we have fit right in here, and we like it.
What are you currently working on?
I'm currently working on an installation about smoking for the first ever Amnesty International and Human Rights Festival that will take place in Silver Spring between the 23rd and 25th of April this year. It will be my first installation, and of course it's a multimedia project. I will have several video components. There will be sound. There will be some sculptural elements. So come and visit it. I'm very, very excited about this.
Jackie, thank you very much for doing the interview. Is there anything else that you'd like us to know about your work?
Yeah, it's getting better. Keep watching.